What's up, everybody? Ben Flanagan here, professional track and field athlete for the Reebok Boston Track Club, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Roadrunner Sports Workout of the Week. Today, I'm going to lead you through some activation drills that you can do before your run. The goal of these are to make sure the right muscle groups are firing so that they can improve your running economy and hopefully prevent injuries. Let's get to it. All right, everyone, I'm going to take you through 5 exercises today. We're going to start by activating our trunk and slowly work our way down to our ankles and feet. Each exercise I show you today, you can do between 1 to 3 times, and you can complete the whole circuit 1 to 2 times per day. Ideally, you can fit this in before your run, but the most important thing is just getting the exercises in, whether it's right when you wake up, right before bed, or any time that works best for you. And hopefully, by doing so, you can help improve your running. So let's get started. First exercise we're going to do here, it doesn't really have a name, so we're just going to call it the dead bug leg press. What you're going to do is you're going to get into the same position you would as if you were doing a dead bug, but you're going to bring your quads and knees a little bit within 90 degrees. Once you do that, you're going to focus on activating your core, bringing your back into the mat, and placing your hands on your knees. Then you're going to push your knees towards you and resist with your hands. You should feel this in your deep core, and we're going to hold for 15 seconds. And then rest. So you should be able to feel that deep in your core. After you take a suitable rest, you get into it again. Legs come back up. Make sure to bring them a little bit short of 90 degrees. Hands on and resist. Most important thing with that exercise, making sure that your back is pushed into the mat. And you can start with 15 seconds, slowly work your way up to 20, 25, 30, and try to fit in 3 reps. So we got 1 more. All right, next up is we're going to focus on our glutes. So you're going to find a space on the wall, and your outside leg is going to be the one that you're focusing on activating that glute. So what we're going to do is you're going to put the other leg up against the wall, about 90 degrees, and you're going to push this knee and this ankle in towards the wall. And by doing so, you should start to feel your opposite leg here start to contract in your glute. And you're going to hold this for around 10 to 15 seconds. If you start to feel any sort of cramping here in your hip flexor on the leg that's against the wall, don't be afraid to lower it and straighten it out like this. And that should help. And again, focus on pushing this ankle, this knee, and this hip, driving them into the wall. And again, you're going to complete that 1 to 3 times for 15 seconds, work your way up to 20 seconds, build that endurance up to 30 seconds ideally. And then you're going to switch sides. So remember, the outside leg is the one we're focusing on. You're going to put the other inside leg against the wall, knee, hip, ankle, drive it against the wall. And by doing so, you feel some activation in this glute. And we're going to hold for 15 seconds. And then lower, straighten it up. Especially do this one if you feel any sort of cramping in this hip flexor that's against the wall. All right, next up is we're going to focus on our quads. This is an exercise that everyone's probably done at some point in their life. It's a little bit more intense, so again, start small, 15 to 20 seconds and work your way up, but it's going to be the wall sit. So you're going to find the wall again. Make sure your legs 90 degrees. Make sure your core is engaged and your back is flat against the wall. And you're just going to sit. If this is too intense, don't be afraid to lift yourself up a little bit higher so it's not as intense on your quads. And again, if this is too intense, you can even move it up further, up this way. Then you want to hold for 15 to 20 seconds. And again, this is something that you can repeat from 1 to 3 times. All right, so we got our trunk, our glutes, our quads. Now we're gonna focus on our calves. So we're gonna find something to elevate ourselves. I'm gonna use this human anatomy textbook. You're gonna put this on the ground. Don't be afraid to use the wall to support you to make sure you don't lose your balance. Put your legs up on whatever you're using to elevate yourself, or your feet up on there. You're gonna raise up. And we're really focusing on the eccentric motion, which is coming down. So we're gonna come down very slowly. Count to 3 to 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch, then back up we go. So I'll be focusing on one portion of our calves. If you want to challenge yourself and make sure you get everything in there, you can bend your knees a little bit. This one's a little bit trickier and a little bit uncomfortable, but if you bend your knees, lift up, and come down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to get a deeper portion of your calves. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, with these calf lowers, the main thing that we're focused on is the eccentric motion, which is the component or the motion of coming down. Instead of raising up, you want to focus on coming down slowly to build some strength. Okay, and lastly, we're going to finish by strengthening our ankles and feet. This can help if you are used to getting shin splints or feet pain or ankle pain. This can help with a variety of things. Help so you don't twist your ankle or take time off from something that you really don't feel like you want to take time off for. So very valuable exercise, this last one. But what we're going to do is you're going to find yourself, again, just supporting yourself, your back, maybe against the wall. You're going to lift up your knee and hold it close to your chest. What you're going to do is you're slowly going to rotate your ankle clockwise. And you're going to do 15 rotations. Make sure the motion is full and complete. You're going through the whole range of motion. And by the time you get close to 15, this should start to feel a little bit lactic. You should feel like the exercise gets a little bit challenging. So once you get to 15 rotations, you're then going to switch directions and go counterclockwise. Again, making sure you go through the full range of motion 15 times. And this is something you only have to do one set of. And finally, once we're done that, you're just going to lift it towards you, do 10 pumps. Dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. This is called 10 times. For that, we only need to do one set, and then we're going to switch. So again, make sure you're supported. Bring that knee to your chest and rotate. Switch sides. And 10 pumps to finish off. Again, don't be afraid. You don't have to do 15 of these. If 10 is very challenging at the start, start there, work your way up. All right. After this final exercise, your body should be warmed up. You should feel ready to go. A lot of different muscle groups firing. And hopefully when you go into your run, you'll feel like you have a little more pop in your step. Most importantly, you're strengthening these areas to avoid injuries in the future. Hope this helps. Hope everyone stays healthy and happy running. Take care.